you travel in the world, any city, you're going to find an Irish bar. And here on the small island of Koh Lanta, I found the Irish Embassy. And I was keen to find out what it was like for Darren and Jamie, local expats who own this place. One, what it's like working on an island like this as an expat. And secondly, how has business been and how have they coped with this pandemic? Guys, I'm with Darren and Jamie. It feels a little bit surreal actually, because going back 20 years, I knew Jamie in the Medway towns.
Longer ago than that.
So to travel halfway around the world to the small island of Koh Lanta and talk to you about your business is a little bit of a...
Yeah, it's a bit surreal, son, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for agreeing to the interview. I wanted to really cover what it was like for two expats living in Koh Lanta, just south of Krabi, and working here. So, what's it like?
Darren can take that. Darren's been here longer, he can take that one.
Yeah, I've been here since 2004, so yeah, obviously for that long it's been great. I wouldn't dream of going back. I opened my first business like 6 weeks before the tsunami.
Yeah.
Great timing. So and then we moved up here a few years later. And we've been here happily now for 15 years.
So you were first here then, Darren. What made you choose Koh Lanta?
Well, I was backpacking around at the time as a 23-year-old, 22, 23. And I went to Samui, Phuket, which I enjoyed and everything was good, but Lanta was kind of a nice happy medium for me. It wasn't so rustic that we didn't have electricity, but it wasn't so expensive that to rent a place in Phuket or Samui where it was just out of my reach. I was on a shoestring really.
But what, I mean, let's rewind a little bit more. Why did you leave the UK in the first place? At what point did you think, okay, that's it, I don't want to work in the UK? What was your path to get in here?
Personally, I was a backpacker from when I was 19. I think I landed in Bangkok when I was 19, and from then I was doing 6 months in Southeast Asia, or did my bit in Australia, and then finally came to Lanta and I was like, all right, this is it. So yeah, went back, saved for 11 months, and came back with about 5,000 euros in my pocket and started, and then we've just grown and grown.
And how easy is it to set up a business over here?
Well, at the time, when you're 22, 23, you don't really care, you throw caution to the wind, it's not really an issue. Like if I was trying to do it now at 40, like I am, then it would be a bit different, I think, but because you think about stuff more. But at 22, 23, you're like, all right. But it wasn't, also once you get a good lawyer on board or an accountant, and they take care of most of the red tape, and yeah, you probably pay a little bit more than if you try and go through it all yourself and save a few quid, but it's generally hassle-free.
Yeah. And what was your story, Jamie? Why are you here?
My story was a friend of ours from back home was living on Lanta, saying to me, come to Thailand, come and learn scuba diving with me. So I come out, I've done a scuba diving courses, 0 to hero they call it, up to dive master. But all the time I was drinking in here, I met Darren, I was drinking with Darren, and the chance came to buy his business partner's half of the pub, which with a bit of help from the old man I did, and yeah, and we're still here. We're still here 6 months, 11 years later.
Yeah, so I don't want to talk about what's happened recently with the pandemic, so let's bring it up to pre-pandemic. Has everything gone to plan? Like, what were the learnings in running the business here?
Well, yeah, there's a lot, but it just comes day to day. I mean, I've worked in pubs at home in the past, so I had a bit of knowledge on that side of it, but never owning my own business or anything like that. Jay had his own company in the decorating business.
Yeah.
So he knew a bit, but before that, yeah, it was just learning day by day really, and then going from one stage to the next. Like we started out with a little bar in this side of the building, and then we grew. We put outside. We built a kitchen, and we just grew something every year. Then eventually we took another partner to grow here, so we doubled the size of the building, and then I think 2 years after that was it.
Yeah.
Then we bought another pub on the mainland in Koh Lanta of the same name. So there, and then last year more good timing on our part.
Yeah.
Just before the pandemic, we opened in Aonang. So we've got 3 Irish embassies now, and they were all flying and doing quite well until the pandemic.
Yeah. So, and we'll come on to this in a minute, because I can see everywhere's quiet, and it's not just Koh Lanta, but even like you go into Phuket, Pattaya, Bangkok. So for you guys, it's like extra hard because you're a little bit more isolated. But I still want to focus on like, some of your learnings. So Jamie, for you working over here, what have you learned about running a pub over here?
Not a lot really, he does most of that. Yeah, that's the truth. I've learned how to run a business. I could run a pub on my own, but I wouldn't want to. I do it all with him. But yeah, I've learned it's a nicer life out here, Dan, as you know yourself.
Yeah.
And I'd rather be here trying to run a few pubs than being back home.
And what's just any secrets or tips you picked up that you can pass on to other people that are looking at a business in Thailand?
Well, as long as they're not looking at them in Krabi problems, yeah, of course, yeah. You can send us an email. But no, joking apart, it's pretty simple. If you want to do it, you can do it. And you don't need to be like a millionaire at home to do it.
Yeah.
You can come and, well, our stories anyway, like we started very, very small and grew. But we have lived on the Burman bread line for a good few years where we weren't taking money. Like we were like, all right, money's going. That's back into the business. And all right, now we've got 3 pubs. Hopefully soon we can.
Yeah, this was going to be our year to make loads of money, but then COVID came and destroyed that.
It's just terrible. Let's talk about COVID now. So, when the lockdown happened and the customers stopped, how did you deal with that?
Well, first we was happy that the lockdown happened 3 days after St Patrick's Day, so we got a St Paddy's Day party out of it.
Yeah.
It was a quiet one, but it was still okay. But yeah, then the lockdown happened, but you can't moan too much about it because it's the same for everyone in the world.
Yeah.
Hospitality and tourism have been hit the worst about COVID, and that's what we rely on, both of them. And yeah, you've been here 2 days now, Dan, and there's not a lot of people
It's
about.
just, you know, part of me, I misquoted myself when I walked down Old Town today and said I felt privileged to walk down the street with no people in. But that's exactly the wrong thing. It's sad not to walk down.
Yeah.
And a place like Koh Lanta that's built on tourism, not to have anyone, and all these people like yourself that have built a business with no customers. What's your outlook?
Well, as I said, we were very fortunate. Lanta was not very fortunate, I had to word this, but when the pandemic really struck up and we were told to close, we were only 6 weeks away from our season finishing. So we lost 6 weeks, which had a great time of the year. This is a lot of time where we bank a lot of money, but in preparation for what's coming, which is our very severe low season. But we lost that, but generally it happened towards the end of our season. If it happened 3 months earlier, it would have been a disaster.
What do you think is going to happen for the rest of the year?
But if they open the borders back up, it might. If we get an end of if they open the borders up by Christmas, we think if we can get a 3 months end of high season, I think most businesses on land will be okay, us included. But if there's no high season this year, you see a lot of businesses finishing in Lanta.
There's already a good few going by.
Yeah, there's already a few big businesses gone
strong
already.
businesses that have been here for years and years that are falling by the wayside already, which is a shame. But yeah, if we can get 3 months out into the new year, then great. It's a bonus, and we can't. I don't want to. I'm not one of those open the borders to everyone in just for a little bit of financial gain for 2 months. I think they're right. I do it when it's safe. There is some things I think that could be handled a little bit better. Maybe like the people who are already here, give them like the amnesty could be a lot easier for people to do, and not tell them like a week before when they've already made their plans to leave, stuff like that. But generally, I think everything's been handled quite well.
Okay, right. For expats watching now, just tell people where you are and a little bit about your pub.
All right. Well,
we're on Koh Lanta. This is our first original Irish embassy out of 3. We offer good, steady pub food, great music, pub quiz nights like tonight, free beer, name the artist on a Friday night, specials every day, and yeah, great expat pub. The only pub on Koh Lanta.
Okay, good luck guys.
Cheers, Dan. Top man.